Like when guys told me this was just like an iPad, yeah, it pretty much is. It's pretty awesome. Just need a check for $600,000 and that would look pretty awesome alongside the 85. Impressive.
Well, at our house, I don't remember if there was a link to
That'll be nice.
hose there yet. Link the hose and run this stuff all inside a hose.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Because all I gotta do is bring this up, get some hose clamp it around this.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. So if you guys haven't figured it out already, this is a demo unit from Greenmark Equipment, our local John Deere dealer. This is, I believe, a 2018 9620 RX with a 2660 VT, and it's 30 foot 3 inches. And we are going to compare this to our 30 foot Great Plains TurboMax 3000. We are not going to be running this today, but basically we are just going to compare field versus field of where we've ran this versus where we're going to run this today. So this will be really interesting. A little bit different here on the rear. I'm not really going to go through explaining this. Our salesman's going to be coming out here, I think around 1 o'clock. He's going to come out and give me a whole entire walkthrough on this. He'll give us a good explanation on all the nitty-gritty details on this. This does have true set on it. I've never run anything with true set on it. All I know is that you're able to do gang angle adjust, depth and everything. Also adjusting these rolling baskets on the back through the monitor. So that'll be really cool. We're not able to do that on our Great Plains on this one. I know on the new ones though, there's isobus capability to control the depth and do basically similar things like what this can on the new Turbo Maxes and Turbo Tills. And I think the TerraMax, I believe that's what the new hybrid one is called, which I'm actually pretty interested to see a Turbo Max versus a TerraMax on the Great Plains side. But anyways, this is what we're going to be running today. There's roughly 120 at least that I would like to, that we definitely have to run, that have cover crop on it as of right now that needs to be worked in. We're talking rain tonight. I think it's going to start raining around 8 o'clock. And this will go to another local farmer after I'm done, just literally up the road. So when I get done with this tomorrow, I will take that over to them, and they will get a chance at running this on Monday then, hopefully. So, but yeah, we're going to run this today at least on 120 acres, if not possibly 160, just depending on how things shake out here. And yeah, so this is going to be a really awesome unit to run. Cannot wait to get this out in the field. To Greenmark Equipment, and I just got a text from our salesman, and he is 10 to 15 minutes out from the field. So let's head out to the field and see how this thing does. Hate to say it, but this is a little bit better than the 8530. Well, salesman's right behind me, and we are almost to the field. This thing runs unbelievably smooth, guys. I cannot get over how smooth this thing rides down the road. I don't know, I got the neighbors all stirred up. I've gotten about 15 text messages from about 7 different neighbors saying, what the heck's the deal? Because I posted a picture on Facebook, of course, to stir the pot, and they're all like, what's going on? One actually wants to come out and run it because they actually don't have any acres to run it on their field. Oh man, we'll come back a little bit here, but dude, that is doing a good job. Wow. That's doing an awesome job. I mean, that's doing almost better than what the vertical till does that we got.
Obviously you're gonna have some trash stripes because of what you're doing.
Yep.
But you are knocking everything down.
Yeah.
Just try. See, the one thing about the with the narrow pitch gang angle.
Yep.
You see how you're gonna have a little.
Yeah.
You got a little spot there.
Yep.
So the theory of this piece.
Yep.
Is because your blades come through here.
Yep.
It's a split the middle design. So that blade splits the middle of this one.
Yep.
So what you're gonna have is you're gonna have some nodes in between the blade tracks.
Yep.
And this guy engages with that to
break that all up.
Break that up.
Yeah.
Okay? Now in high trash at low depth, that's you know, that's a little bit of a challenge, and this tool's been demoed quite a bit.
Yeah.
But then this guy is just firming up what you've got going on.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So
yeah. Running 11 mile an hour, anywhere from 13.5 to 14.5 gallon per hour on fuel. Running 4.4 inches deep at a 4-degree angle, and got downforce on the baskets, downforce on the wings. I love this thing, guys. This thing is doing a fantastic job. Awesome. It's doing exactly like what we want done. It's amazing. So I'm getting used to this transmission here, this E18. I guess 1 and 2 you can actually program. So like 1 you can set for like your turning on the end speed, and then 2 is like when you're out in the field running. So right now I've got it set at 10 mile an hour. This Gen 4 display, guys, is unbelievable. It is so cool how this new style command arm is. I absolutely love it. This is unbelievable how cool this is. Now for the guys that have these 9RXs, don't be making fun of me right now. I'm still trying to get used to this transmission in the 2 different modes here. So if I'm doing something wrong or doing something that's weird, don't make fun of me now. I'm still getting used to this. And I'm not gonna have much time to play with this, but this is my first day essentially running a 9RX, so this is pretty awesome. Like when guys told me this was just like an iPad, yeah, it pretty much is. It's pretty awesome. Here's your guidance page. You can completely customize this. So this is the true set page. Basically you can set your depth, gang angle, down pressure on the baskets and the wings. You can have preset settings. So say like right now, I could set this, say, and name it light for this setting for corn, or just name it corn in general. And then if I got settings changed for beans, which I would change this, how we have this set up for beans, I can click this and it would change it automatically over to beans. So this would be something that would be awesome to have someday. Or say like coming out of irrigated ground into dryland corners, you could have that preset like that. Or just have it set up for prescription tillage. I believe that's what you can do on this as well. This true set setup would be so cool to run someday on a VT like this. One thing I forgot to ask Matt about was horsepower per foot required for this. I would imagine it's probably 8 to 10. pretty similar to our Great Plains, I would assume. I'm not going to take the time to hook this up to the 8530. I only have this for about 3 hours, and then I got to take it over to the neighbors. But I would imagine it's fairly similar. This is a 30-foot, 3-inch one. I think they go all the way up to 45, I think I remember Matt saying. So, and I don't remember the smallest one they make, but I mean, obviously 620 horse, this pulls it like there's nothing behind there, but it's unbelievable visibility and everything out of this quad track. This would be an awesome grain cart tractor though, for sure. Visibility out of the mirrors is really nice. This is really cool. Alright, let's take a look at the job it's doing again. I'm running about 4 inches deep now. I changed that because it was just kicking up a few root balls. I'm skipping every pass right now. Yeah, it's doing a fantastic job. Well, it looks like one of the neighbors is here. Take a spin at it. Yeah, I can't believe how well this thing chops up residue. I mean, I know I'm running 10 miles an hour, but it's... I want one. I mean, 9RX I don't care about. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. I don't have $500,000 though, but that's a pretty awesome setup. So what do you guys think?
It's awesome. Pretty good setup. A lot expensive.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. We'll see how it does against the 8530 in the Great Plains, I guess. But yeah.
Heck yeah.
Well, the neighbor kids all wanted to come out and check this out. They thought it was pretty awesome to come and see it. Now to get serious, Dad brought out the 8530 and the Great Plains. He thought he wanted to bring that out to run it alongside to see exactly what kind of job it's doing. And I'm really curious because, I don't know, it's a toss-up. I mean, the blades are really worn down on this. This thing's got a boatload of acres on it, I think. And I feel the blades are a lot newer and had a lot less acres on them. It could be a lot more comparable to the Great Plains, but I think it's still doing a pretty decent job for what we're wanting for scratching in cereal rye and breaking up residue. So I've got it set to about 6 inches right now to make it as comparable as can be to the Great Plains. I think Dad's probably running 8 miles an hour, it looks like. Yeah, this will be interesting. Dad does not have auto steer right now. I've got the globe off the 8530 on this. So Dad was at a slightly more aggressive of an angle, so there is some overlap between this one and ours, but this is where Dad was running, and it's a little bit more aggressive than what I'm actually running. And that's incorporating it a lot better. Let's walk over this way and see what a ways over that way and see how we're doing over on this side. Yeah, I feel like the Great Plains is doing a little bit more work than what this is. Yeah, it smooths it over. I think I'd rather...
You can see where I ran and you can't hardly even tell where you ran.
Yeah, I know. You're moving a little bit more soil than what I am. I guess if I were to ever have that, I would want the flat bar baskets on the back instead of the round bar. I don't know, it's a wash. I mean, it seems like the Great Plains really shreds them and moves a bit more soil, I think, but the John Deere seems to level it off a little bit better instead of leaving it so fluffy like what the Great Plains does. So this is what we're seeing comparing the John Deere 2660VT versus the Great Plains Turbo Max 3000. It seems that the Great Plains does a better job breaking up the residue versus this. Now both of these are roughly half wore out machines as far as the blades go. But it seems like the Great Plains is doing a better job breaking up the residue, but this does a better job smoothing off where you run. With that Pro Finish leveling system, I think it's called, it does a really nice job smoothing the ground off and not having the residue so fluffy like what the Great Plains leaves it. Dad's probably running, I would say 7.5, 8 mile an hour. I'm running 10. And he's got the depth set just about like what I've got. He's running 3 degrees on the gang angle and I'm running 4. You can set this up to a 12, it looks like. And I believe you can only adjust the front gangs, I believe, on the Great Plains. I can't remember if you can adjust them both or not. This, you can adjust them both. Or when you adjust them, it adjusts them both. I can't remember if it's just a front gang or both gangs on that one. I can't remember. Wanted it set really aggressive on these end rows because we're pretty sure that these end rows are still ridged or messed up from when we had the 9400T, and we're just trying to smooth these off a lot better, so that's why I've got it set really aggressive. I didn't change the depth, I'm still running 6 inches. I just changed the gang angle from a 4 to a 12, and it's moving a lot more now. But that's what we want, just to try and smooth these end rows up. So I'm headed over to the 40 on the corner. There's about 20 acres left in that field. That's actually the field I started running originally with our vertical till the other day, and then had some issues with that rolling basket. So I'm gonna go finish that 20 acres that's left over there. Then I may or may not be done with this demo from over there by the time I get done over there. It just all depends on where I'm setting out on hours, and I may or may not come back over and do 40 acres back over where I'm running. The only reason I'm running over here to do this is because we need to get this 20 acres worked in over here, because there's cover crop down on the ground on this field and there's nothing over on that other field that I could work. Well, looks like I got another couple of neighbors here that want to come check this thing out. This will probably be the last field that I'll run. I know these guys run Case equipment, so they got Case quad track, and I know they'll be real interested to see how the John Deere does. Well, they approve. They've run Case quad track for years now, and the one got in here, and he couldn't believe it. He's like, this is light years better than what we're running. I think they run a 550 quad track from Case. And he's like, this is a 620? I'm like, yeah, 620 RX. He's like, this is impressive. I love this tractor. I'm like, yeah, it's a really nice unit. So he was really impressed with it. So there you go, Matt. I'm making you tractor sales today. They've got a 13 shank ripper, and he's like, man, we could really put this tractor to work on that. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you guys would really like this on that. But they weren't really so concerned about the vertical till. I mean, vertical till, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know, like I said, it's a toss-up on performance between this and the Great Plains. I'm kind of almost leaning towards our Great Plains, so it should be pretty straightforward on this, on how to kick the lights on. Alright, and oh, that's cool. Alright, that is really cool. Alright, so 1 and 2. Alright, so that's just like on the 8530, but it's on a button down there. Alright, so that I can live with that. That's cool. So I got the gangs on the VT right now set at a 7, and it's actually doing a pretty comparable job to across the irrigator over there where I ran the Great Plains the other day. So not doing a too bad of a job out here. Probably should have had them set like this when I was over there where I was running earlier on that other irrigated field, but it is what it is. So we're just incorporating rye, so it's not too critical. This is where the presets would be nice. Be able to set it for this lighter ground up here on these hills where the sand is up here, where it's extremely sandy and it pretty much annihilates the residue up here. And especially those dry pivot corners also, be able to click it into like, say, like a dry pivot corner preset and have it very much less aggressive compared to what it's at now, and click it back in when you get out here where the pivot runs. If I had time, like I said, I would be able to program that on the true set and just be able to click them on the preset, but I just don't have time to be screwing around playing with that, but I wish I did. I know I can customize this. I believe change reading, work monitor. So acres an hour, here we go. This is what I was wanting to see earlier. So 36.4 where I'm having it set right now. So at 10 mile an hour, I can run 36.4 acres an hour. And total time I've only worked is 2.4 hours. So 17.3 gallons to the acre. 3.5 gallon, no, sorry, 17.5 gallon per hour, sorry, and then 3.5 gallon to the acre. Alright. Show me my guidance. Where am I at? I know I could customize this where I could have like a small little guidance box and have that with the true set page. I just don't have time to mess with this, but I absolutely love this display. I wish we had this over the 2630s. I've never messed with the buttons yet, I'm guessing, so like music, okay, that is slick. Those are like shortcut buttons, I guess. So if I go here, oh yeah, that's really cool. What else do we have here? So hydraulics, oh, so it blows up your hydraulics more. So your lights, that's pretty cool. I'm impressed. I love this monitor. I know I've said this multiple times today, but that's awesome. Let's set that up one notch. There we go. Man, that is responsive. Like as soon as you're doing, like as soon as you click that, it's already adjusted for you by the time I look back there. Unbelievably fast response on this. Awesome. The LED light system on this thing, top notch. Unbelievable visibility at night here with them all on. It is phenomenal. Programmable, all of the lights, I mean, all of the lights are programmable. That is awesome. It's an unbelievable tractor, guys, this 9620RX. Alright, so we want to switch to this. Oh, that didn't even change the lights. We'll just put our hazards on and that. And I imagine I can click that back like that. Wow, I cannot even see it all. We're going to click that back and we're just going to go right down the road just like this. Because I'm just going right down the road back over to the other field. And I really don't care. So I'm just going to leave the lights on like that and go. So I'm headed back over to where I was running, but on the other side of the ditch, there's 40 acres over there. Dad's running over there, and he said, go ahead and just bring that thing back on over, and we'll run together and finish that up and bring both tractors back to the farm, and that'll be it for this demo. Is this tractor practical for our operation? No, by any means. This is not practical for our operation. We don't do heavy tillage. Could you put a 45-foot vertical till on this? Yes, you can. I just, one, cannot afford a tractor this expensive, and I don't really want to run that size of a vertical till. I like our 30-foot, and it does a good job. I could see us running maybe a 35 someday. What do I think of the John Deere vertical till? It's a really nice unit, and very, very, very comparable to our Great Plains. A straight-up comparison, I would say it's a wash between the two. If the blades had less acres on them, I'm pretty sure it could chop the residue up just as well as what the Great Plains does, but it does do a good job of leveling the field, which is exactly like what we want to do after we make a pass like this across the field to keep the fields nice and smooth. All right. What does he have done? I guess it doesn't matter, 1 or 2. I mean, they've got the lights programmed the exact same, so... Looks like he's doing end rows. I thought he said he was going to have a little bit left over here, that he needed help. That's why he wanted me over here. Well, we are... I guess going to be doing end rows. If I would have known that, I probably would have just drove to the farm. Well, wait a second. Well, he's got this right here, I guess. I suppose I could unfold, go down to the end, come back, do these end rows, and he can go. But, I don't know, it's a demo tractor, it's not a big deal. What do I want to do here? I want to back up, make one more pass. Yeah, he's folding up. I'll have to call him here and find out what he's got left as far as end rows go, if this was it or what he's got going out here. Right behind you, Dad. With that, that is going to do it for fall vertical tillage for cover crop. And as soon as Dad and I got on the road here, it turned pretty nasty now. We really appreciate the opportunity from Greenmark to be able to demo this tractor and the 2660 vertical till. Comment down below if you guys are interested in seeing more demos like this in the future. Maybe in the future we can do more in-depth discussions with like the salesmen and stuff on explaining stuff as far as overviews of the equipment and stuff when they come out. But again, we really appreciate Greenmark for working with us on this. So Dad and I are taking the 8530 and this big behemoth beast back to our house. I run fuel in this tomorrow and take this over to the neighbors tomorrow, and they can run this on Monday, it sounds like. Again, we really appreciate Greenmark bringing this out to us and letting us play with this, and we hope to do more stuff with you guys in the future. So anyways, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed playing with this 9RX and the 2660VT. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate all of you guys tuning into the YouTube. Alright, that was a really awesome day. Wonder if it has a courtesy light thing like what the 8530 does. I don't know.